Ever notice how anime characters can fall from buildings, get punched through walls, or survive explosions, then just stand up coughing a little smoke? This isn't bad writing, it's anime physics. Anime operates on emotional realism, not physical realism. The damage a character takes isn't measured by bones broken, but by how strong their will is in that moment. When a character believes in something hard enough, their body literally becomes tougher. That's why the same punch that nearly killed someone early in a series suddenly does nothing later on. The character didn't just get stronger physically, their resolve leveled up. Anime worlds bend reality to emotion because emotion is the real power system. And speaking of power systems, let's talk about inner worlds. Why do anime characters always have internal monologues during fights? Time literally seems to stop while they think through their entire life story mid-battle. In real life, that would be impossible, but anime isn't trying to simulate real combat, it's visualizing thought. Those inner monologues are the anime equivalent of a chess match happening at lightning speed. Instead of showing you milliseconds of micro-decisions, anime stretches them out so you can understand the psychology behind every move. It turns combat into storytelling rather than pure action. Now let us address something everyone notices, but rarely questions. Why anime characters explain their powers to their enemies? This seems ridiculous at first. Why would you tell the villain exactly how your ability works? But this comes straight from traditional Japanese storytelling and martial philosophy. In many samurai tales, revealing your technique is a sign of confidence. It's basically saying, even if you know how this works, you still can't stop me. On a practical level, it also helps the audience follow complex power systems without confusion. Instead of pausing the fight for narration, the explanation becomes part of the battle itself. Another classic trope, villains who wait their turn. One hero, surrounded by 10 enemies, yet they attack one at a time. This isn't about realism, it's about focus. Anime fights are rarely about chaos, they're about personal clashes. Each enemy represents a different obstacle or philosophy the hero must overcome. By isolating fights, anime turns battles into character studies. Every opponent tests a different weakness, fear, or belief. If everyone attacked at once, you'd lose that narrative clarity. Let's talk about something subtle but genius. Exaggerated facial reactions, sudden shadowed eyes, glowing pupils, sweat drops the size of golf balls. These aren't random stylistic choices. They come from manga's need to communicate emotion instantly. In black and white print, you have seconds to grab attention. Anime inherited this visual language and amplified it. A single facial change can communicate fear, rage, realization, or despair faster than dialogue ever could. It's emotional shorthand, and once you notice it, you'll see it everywhere. And then there's silence. Anime uses silence better than almost any medium. Long pauses, wind blowing, leaves falling, characters standing still doing absolutely nothing. This isn't wasted time. In Japanese storytelling, silence is meaningful. It creates tension, reflection, and weight. Silence gives the audience space to feel what the characters feel. Western media often fills every second with music or dialogue. Anime understands that sometimes saying nothing hits harder. Now let's address plot armor, because yes, it exists, but not in the way people think. Anime plot armor isn't about characters being invincible, it's about characters being unfinished. A character survives not because the writer is lazy, but because their story isn't complete yet. Once their arc is fulfilled, anime has no problem killing them off brutally. That's why deaths in anime hit so hard. Survival is temporary, meaning is permanent. Another trope people joke about is villains giving long speeches instead of finishing the hero. But here's the truth. Villains in anime don't want to win immediately. They want validation. They want their worldview proven right. They talk because they need the hero to understand them. That's why the most dangerous villains are often the quiet ones. When a villain stops talking and starts acting, that's when you know things are about to go very wrong. Let's shift to transformations. Power-ups mid-fight are a staple of anime, but they're rarely random. Transformations usually happen at emotional breaking points: loss, anger, acceptance, self-realization. The physical change represents internal change. Anime externalizes inner growth. Instead of a character quietly maturing over time, anime shows it explode outward in a literal transformation. Hair changes, aura erupts, reality cracks. Its growth turned visible, and yes, we need to talk about destiny, chosen ones, prophecies, ancient bloodlines. Anime loves these ideas, but it usually subverts them. The chosen one often suffers the most. Destiny isn't portrayed as a gift, but as a burden. Characters don't win because they were chosen. They win because they choose to keep going despite the weight placed on them. Anime constantly asks the question, are you defined by fate or by your response to it? Now let's touch on comedy, because anime can switch from emotional devastation to absurd humor in seconds. This tonal whiplash is intentional. Comedy acts as emotional release. After intense drama, humor resets the audience. It reminds you that despite gods, monsters, and apocalyptic threats, these characters are still human. It keeps the story grounded, even when the plot goes completely insane. Another thing you'll notice is food. Anime loves food. Long shots of ramen, bento boxes, street snacks. Food scenes aren't filler. In Japanese culture, sharing food is intimacy. It's comfort, it's normalcy. When characters eat together, it signals peace. When a character eats alone, it often reflects isolation. Pay attention to food scenes and you'll start reading emotional subtext everywhere. And finally, let's talk about endings. Anime endings are often ambiguous, bittersweet, or open-ended. This isn't a failure to conclude. It's an invitation to reflect. Many anime leave space for the audience to think, interpret, and feel long after the credits roll. The story doesn't end when the episode does. It continues in your mind. So when people say anime tropes are lazy or repetitive, they're missing the point. Tropes are a language. Anime has spent decades refining a visual and narrative vocabulary that communicates emotion, philosophy, and identity faster than almost any other medium. Once you understand that language, anime stops being weird and starts being brilliant. And now I want to hear from you. What anime trope do you love, and which one drives you crazy? Drop it in the comments. If this video made you see anime differently, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives like this, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.